Hello everyone, I'm Avian, and this is a solution to the 9-piece sphere puzzle. You want to look for your key piece, which will have the one side, and then you just push that through. And once that's out, you can start sliding the other pieces out. You may need to adjust your ring up or down to get different pieces out, but they should just slide through once that's adjusted. And then you can just continue to dismantle. This is the first of two puzzles I have that are very similar, so I'm going to show you both of those today. And here we are. We're on the last little piece there. Now to put it back together, you want your half sphere, and you put your ring in to make the column between the two half spheres, and you're going to have that notch that still goes around the middle all lined up together. And then you want to take your piece that looks like the end of a fork, and you're going to slide that into that center notch. I'm sorry, I got it out of frame here. There you are. And you want to take the other one that has a round edge, also with the fork in, and you want to match those two up so it creates a single line through the middle of your sphere. Then you slide your ring piece up a little bit, and you find your piece that has the two ends on each side. One end is slightly shorter than the other, so you want to make sure you line that up with the spaces, because that piece is going to slide down over the top of your fork pieces. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, it's an older puzzle, so it's a little bit fiddly. I've put this together and taken it apart many times. So now you can take your ends that have just the one notch and just slide those through. The second one, once you get it in, is going to slide up to make room for your key piece. There we go. There we go. And then that key piece just slides into the remaining space. Now the second version I have of this is the 12-piece version, but the solution is virtually identical aside from the fact that in some cases you have to build your own pieces. So you're going to find your key piece, and there we are. Now that is two pieces together, but I'm leaving it intact so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Once that is pushed out, you can begin searching for your different pieces to slide out. It is a little harder on this one just because they're not color-coded the way my other one is. There we are. You will notice that what was the solid ring piece on the other one is two separate pieces here. So when we go to reassemble, we'll try to remember which two pieces go together. But most of it slides free, just one piece at a time. There we are. And there we go. There's the two halves separated. The first half of one of the ring pieces. There's the other half. All right. So now it's time to show y'all how to put it back together. Which, like I said, the solution is very similar to the earlier version that I had. It just has more pieces. So you want to find the two halves of your ring piece to start. In this case, the two ends will match up together. Yeah, it's those two. Okay. And then you want to get the two large halves, and those are going to go on either side. Once again, it goes long ways so that you will have that notch around the middle of the puzzle ball. And it might be easier to do one half at a time here. Let me see. We are? Okay. So I'm going to try to hold it together. Okay, so actually I'm going to put these down while I get the next pieces because that'll just make it easier. You want the two pieces that have the forks in the end, and then one of these is going to sit on top. I think it's this one with the wider notch. So you want to put your halves, hold your halves together. You're going to put one fork piece on each side so that the middle prong lines up together. I wish I knew a better way to describe it, but I'm hoping that'll help y'all. And you want it to line up like that. And then this piece sits on top of, it doesn't matter which side, but it sits on top of one of those sides so that, again, it should make a single line all the way through, so that it's not blocking any of the other pieces. Next, you want that other, I guess, phone shaped piece. I don't know what to call it. One of those sides is slightly longer than the other. You're going to slide your rings down a little bit to make some room, and you want it to go on the smaller of the two sides. And when you put it in, I might have it backwards here. But when you put it in, you want to make sure that the pieces go, yes, that is backwards. So I'm going to flip that around. That is why you want to make sure that your short end is by your short side and your long end has the longer opening, because then it should sit nice and smooth. And then you can slide your rings down a little bit to make room for your top piece if you need to. Slide them up, whichever direction means making room. There we go. And then you can slide the rings back down into place, and you should have room on the other side for the other end. Slide it through the notch, and then you're going to pull it up so that there's room for that key piece. There we are. Now this is what I was telling you is actually two pieces. I'll show you. There you are. So the one piece fits in that smaller notch. I tend to just leave it together so that I don't get that piece mixed up with one of the others. And then that should just slide right in there. And it should all be back together. A little wiggling might be required here. I think it's shifted slightly. There we go. There we are. I hope that helps y'all out. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.